right now. We're not recording.
I wasn't recording.
Good afternoon.
Let's start over.
Okay. I'll just say it real quick. It's Wednesday, June 8th, 2016. This is your No One's Listening show. I forgot to hit record. Panel's here. Griff, GK, Gman, Manny, Anna, and me, your host, Rafa. We're talking about the weekend Cornhole Classic. Go.
All right. Cornhole Classic. Happened at the Beach Club, 6 p.m. 26 out of 24 planned teams. We had a couple last-minute joiners there. The weather was awesome. Set up 6 sets of boards. Probably had a turnout of, I don't know, because there was at least 50 people playing. There's probably like 80 to 100 people there.
I'd say there were about 100 people.
And we got 3 kegs of Narragansett. Gail Fried cooked. It was awesome.
Thank you, Gail. It was really, really good.
She was a real hero. We gave her a paltry $150, and somehow she made enough food for all these people, and it was amazing. And what else? Calusa Club boys are all there, minus Derek Weaver. He's off in Europe right now. And it was pretty great. We wrapped up the whole thing before schedule.
Yeah, you guys got started early, which was nice.
Yeah, we knocked it out. We had a little time to hang out after you guys won. The winners, of course, most importantly, Manny and his partner, John Cook, who took it for the second time in a row. So congratulations to them. They got some brand new cornhole boards and bags and Calusa Club T-shirts. And I think that's about it, right? And the bragging rights, of course. Being the best cornholers on Key Biscayne, which we already knew they were.
And a Calusa Club T-shirt.
Of course.
Oh, nice.
It was all the spoils of victory were superfluous for sure. But I'll tell you, being in the finals with Craig and Court, Smoke Trail was also special. Yeah. You know, it was nice because
those guys take it pretty seriously.
Well, I mean, you know, you're in it to win it, right? You're playing to win, and everyone talked about it. It's like the lottery. Everyone thinks they can win it, which is nice. So the boards, you know, John has boards. I don't have a place for boards. Yeah. So we actually sold the boards.
What?
Yeah, we sold
already.
Them. Yeah, we sold them.
What did you do with the money? Did you give it back?
We sold them for the $50 entry, and we sold them to Court and Craig, which were in the semifinalists.
As long as you kept it in the family.
We totally kept it in the family. Now they're living at Court's house. So hopefully you guys will come over and play.
Who designed the boards? Like the paints? They were beautiful.
Well, the design of the boards is laid out by the American Cornhole Association. So
it's 2x4. The paint job. I knew that.
It's very technical.
I knew that was coming.
I brought them as far as the white base, so you're welcome.
And who did the one with the green stripe?
And then Alex Cervera came up with the idea of doing the little stripe, and he executed it. And those were the prize boards. And then the other ones were just plain white, and I sold those to Nick Hidalgo's father the day of.
Oh, he got all about it. He was like, we need some of this in my backyard.
Like, how much for the boards? And I was like, I don't know. I just gave him a price, and he whips out his wallet and just pulls out a bunch of 20s and gives it to me. And then a couple of days later, I went to go deliver it to the address he gave me. And like in typical Key Biscayne fashion, there was like a gate and like an employee there. And he's like looking at me like, what the hell do you want?
Your name is not on the list,
like,
senor.
I had to convince this guy. And even after I talked to somebody on the phone, he had me like pass him over the gate. He wouldn't even open the gate for me.
Really? Wow.
Really?
Man.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
But,
wow. Somebody wants to know why
really
Chico is
suspicious of me, you know? Like, this guy's probably from a place where he don't trust people outside the gate. I don't know. But anyways, I delivered the cornhole boards, and the deed was done.
So my favorite designs are the ones, the blue and green boards.
Yeah, those are the club boards.
Yeah,
right.
You can't sell those, man. Those are special.
Yeah.
Are they the look like the
flag?
Yeah. Actually, I thought that the prize boards had a nice feel of that too. They almost looked like the lighthouse kind of motif in a maybe in a postmodern way.
Right.
It had the right colors, and it gave you that feel. Yeah, abstract.
It's pretty phallic, the design on there.
Oh well, not intended.
Anything could be phallic if you want it to be.
And the best part was that we got out of there before midnight, way before, like probably 11:45. We were all cleaned up and ready to go. And good event for the Calusa Club. Everybody went to the Ibis after. I flew right through there and left because it was the Ibis.
Yeah, there was a couple people pretty banged up there late night at the Keyhole. It's
nice.
funny, you know, all of a sudden you see certain people dancing, and something's not right.
Well, I went in. I think I saw you at the Ibis. And I went in there, and I was like, I got to go pee. So I went to the bathroom, and the bathroom was locked. And I was like, oh, I don't want this place, man. I'm out of here. You know, somebody's doing whatever in the bathroom. Like,
I don't even know what's going on in that
ridiculous.
bathroom.
I'm out of here.
The music also on Friday night was excellent.
DJ Johnny Griff.
DJ Johnny Griff crushed it.
With the help with Rafa, we pumped out some good tunes. It was a lot of fun and great speakers.
Oh, yeah, those worked out.
Yeah, those are mine. Once
It
upon
was
a
a
time.
great event.
Very
Great
Rat
event.
Radio-esque playlist, I may say. So
It was fun. I was there. It was fun.
So what's the next Calusa Club event? I mean, where all my
We're
buddies
still-
are asking.
The Frisbee tournament's ongoing, and that is a Calusa Club event as
Right.
well.
Well, that's already ongoing. But what's the next sort of?
Don't know yet.
Our next endeavor is the float for the 4th, which
Okay.
takes a lot of effort. And, we'll be
And
working
there'll
on
probably
that
be a party around that too, right?
every time.
Yeah.
Something. Anyway, you guys do anything else during the weekend? Saturday?
Do anything.
I hung out
Yeah.
with you.
I went to Gramps, and there were some bands. I'll name them here, the ones I liked. Longshore Drift, which I
Play on the
kids that play, the high schoolers.
That's one of my favorite songs on the radio, and that's what I went for because I had other things to do. But I went to see that band. And sorry to interrupt you, but the kids were so cool, and I knew they were kids because I saw them a YouTube video of them. But then I went to talk to the drummer afterwards to be like, "Hey kid, good job! Like, did you just graduate? It's graduation. This is a graduation party, like from high school. What grade are you in?" He goes, "Oh, no, I'm in middle school." I'm like, "What?"
wow.
He's
Kids-
13. He's in 7th grade, and he's the best
kills it.
drummer.
He kills
He's
it.
amazing. I thought he was so cool, and that is so cool. I mean, that's not what I was doing in 7th grade. Like,
You
that's
guys,
so cool.
you guys think they have like a real future, like to maybe get somewhere?
I don't know if they'll stay together. I mean, like, how
Yeah, I
do
don't
you
know
stay
if they'll
together if
stay
you're that
together.
young when you're
That's the
playing?
thing,
You know,
They're definitely good musicians.
They're
all
really good
really good
musicians.
musicians,
Okay.
which is like, and they write their own songs.
and
they're
the
all
two
from-
girls,
they're
the
from
two
Miami,
girls,
right?
Yeah, they're all
yeah.
from Miami.
Nice.
The two singers and guitar players, they have great stage presence too. I'm not even kidding. Like, they have a look going. Like, they know how to move around the stage. I think they're great. I'm so proud of them. I could be their mother.
Saw some
I could.
saw some other bands. A band called, I think it's pronounced Hauchi. They were
Hoochie.
cool.
Hoochie.
Ouchie.
No.
Hoochie?
No, it's not.
And they're like grunge. Then this chick who plays with she plays with another band, but her on her own calls it Smut, and it was so cool. I really liked it. And then finally, the headliner was this band that they're originally from Miami, but they live in Mexico now. And they're called Que Pasa USA, or K Pasa USA with a K. Okay, and at first I was like, they're not a band. They have music on and they sing on top of it.
Perform.
But then you notice, oh no, this is like a performance, and they start doing weird stuff. Like she like gets naked and taped up her whole body and face, and like then she went out into the audience and had them like rip it off, and you see like she's clearly like suffocating and stuff.
That was like Gramps.
Yeah.
That's what you're
That sounds
into,
like a
Rafa. I mean,
Churchill's.
Hey,
No, guys, it gets more intense.
it gets even
It gets
better.
more intense.
It was
I'll
so
let Rafa
awesome.
tell it.
Okay, so the last thing she does is she goes on. It's dude and a girl, but the last one was just her. And they dim the lights and they have us all sit on the floor. And she starts singing. What was the cover of?
Whitney Houston's "And I Will Always Love You."
Okay, she starts singing that. Okay,
And we have to make room in the middle, like as if she parted the sea.
yeah, exactly.
So
She
keep
starts
that in mind.
singing that, but like the track is playing and she's just lip syncing on top of it. Okay,
Yeah.
and she's doing that, and then in the middle of the song, like in different moments of the song,
Every time she says "you,"
Oh, is that what it is?
I will always love.
And it would just a strobe would come on, and it's like this howling scream. You know, like that scream from the internet on those videos that freak you out. Have
When
you
like
seen
you're
those?
watching something all
Yeah,
nice, and
it's
then
like
all of a sudden
bass
it pops
comes
up in your face.
like
Yeah.
that kind of scream
That.
comes on, and that happens, and you're just like, whoa, what?
And she starts
what the
like
hell's
she
going
starts
on?
like shaking.
huh?
Yeah.
It's
She- like exorcism. Like,
Yeah, and then this whole it kept going, and it got more intense and more intense. And by the end, there was blood everywhere, like all over the place, and she was just covered in,
I'll show you guys a
in
picture.
fake blood. And it was
oh, fake blood.
Wait, who was covered
I
in
thought it was
fake
real
blood?
blood.
Rafa got up and ran away from the fake blood.
no. I got up to clap.
Oh,
at
I
that
thought you got up
point.
to
Oh, yeah,
run
right.
away.
I was
Yeah,
already
that's why I
clapping.
sent you the picture today.
I was
I got
already
covered.
clapping.
So I got covered in the fake blood, like from head to toe. And I'm also clapping. Okay, I didn't get up to clap. I was clapping, and I'm like, oh fuck! Like, look at me, and I have fake blood all over myself. I smell it because I'm like, God, what is this? and it's chocolate. So I lick it, and it was chocolate.
Really? Huh. Do they warn you going into this that it's going to be like a Lolita show and you're going to get all wet with stuff?
No, and my shirt.
A splash
So,
zone
like,
set up.
Only people in the front
Wait,
got
but
wet.
no.
Like, do people in like designer nice girl
Well,
clothes get stained
chocolate?
with stuff?
I was
and
wearing
pissed off?
one of my favorite shirts,
I mean-
and it got dropped off at the dry cleaners today.
Oh, wow.
The skirt I was wearing, I threw in the washer, but that shirt that I was wearing has like nets or whatever. So I had to take to the dry cleaner.
No one's wearing designer at anything at Grabs.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass around the picture so you guys can
But
laugh.
yeah, so it was just like by the end, it was just like she was really close. I was in the back, like so I didn't
Right.
get any of it on me, but she got a bunch of it on her.
Then the splash seats.
Yeah, so that was really cool. And then Sunday was the frisbee. Why don't you talk about?
The Key Rat Ultimate Summer or Spring Tournament, also known as KRUST. We're in the semi-finals now, and there was 3 teams left as of Sunday morning, which were Grant's team, Revolver, which hasn't, up to that point, hadn't lost a single game. My team, Miami Tropics, who were 2-2 in the season, and Kool Whip, who had lost all but one of their games in the regular season, I believe. And the first game was me versus Grant, or Harry versus Grant, who was my captain. And Rafa's pointing at something.
Oh, sorry, the little piece of tape. Can you just grab that piece of
Add
tape?
that to the list of pet peeves. And so the first game, the outcome of the first game, whoever won that game was going to move on to the finals. And the loser had to play Juan's team, Kool Whip, in the second game in order to move on to the finals. So Revolver played Miami Tropics. The Tropics were up 4-0 in the first 10 minutes, and that was looking good for us. And then Grant's team, of course, made a comeback, and I believe it ended up being 11-9 for the Miami Tropics. Is that how it was?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. That sounds pretty good.
So we beat the Revolver, and Revolver had a little break, and then they had to play Kool Whip, and that game was insane. It went into overtime, and Kool Whip was about to win it. Brad threw it to
Eric Lang.
Perfect throw right in the numbers.
Right.
And it slipped out of his hand.
No.
And it was in overtime.
Yeah.
It was 12-12,
To win the game,
sudden
yeah.
death. Brad, he gets it. He's real patient. He throws it at Eric. Boom, slips out of his hands. It was crushing. I think Grant was the one who picked it up.
Right.
Slung it way down the field. Alex, who, I mean, he's a great player, but I mean, he made an amazing catch.
Right.
Picked it up, and then he passed it off to Grant, who I believe passed it to Diego Fernandez. The game was over.
Yeah, it was
freaking
On the
dramatic.
counter? You just went on the counter?
Yeah. It was one of the craziest games I've ever played in. But
It was the craziest game I ever watched.
It was
awesome.
very, very fun to be a part of.
So that was pretty heartbreaking for Kool Whip because they had come back from pretty much nothing to almost be playing in the finals, but their dreams were dashed. They're out. It's Revolver Miami Tropics. Saturday, St. Agnes Field, 6 p.m. Be there.
St. Agnes Field.
Back to St. Agnes.
Woo! I
Back
might
to the
just go. When
routine,
is it,
too. I went by
Saturday?
today. It's like nobody's played there. 6 o'clock. It'll be good because you can just ride your bike there instead of being at Mast.
I haven't gone all season because I'm lazy to go to mass.
And then we're
Yeah.
going to have an after party
I
at
think
the
it's gonna be more
Newsomes. We're
people.
going to have a keg. His Calusa Club event, remember? We got to decide as a club what kind of beer we want to get. There's been a little debate about that. I guess it won't be Narragansett. But there'll be a keg floating around, so come out.
Where's the
6
keg?
p.m. St. Agnes.
We have to order that by tomorrow.
We're not going to probably not going to go through our normal routes on this one, so I'll pick it up.
El Gato Tuerto.
Last time I was in there, I witnessed like a robbery, so
Okay.
maybe not.
All right. Well, I mean, you get a better price that way. So I mean, maybe you have a robbery or two, but you get a better price. Come on.
It's gonna be interesting. So anyway, 6 p.m. St. Agnes Saturday. Be there.
All
It'll
right,
be
that's
epic.
your weekend and frisbee.
Hang on, I got a weekend talk.
Oh,
The Blue Wahoos took the championship this year.
all right.
So Little League Blue Wahoos, that's Mati's team, 10 to 12-year-olds.
Yay.
We won the championship. It was great, fun season. You guys, I keep you guys up to date with what's going on with that. We got a picture here. Blue Wahoos.
Manny's showing the audience the
Blue Wahoos.
latest
That's
Islander
my boy.
with the picture of the
Yay.
team.
There's a lot of pure joy in that picture.
Keeping it loose. The Blue Wahoo is a nice picture of a double purple nurple in the nutpaper. I don't know if you saw that, but they're giving
That's
this kid a
appropriate.
double purple nurple.
Yeah.
How many teams in this league, and where are the teams from?
This is a.
Oh.
Hey,
Nothing happened.
It's a Key Biscayne league, so it's small. It's only 4 teams, so it's very sort of incestuous. Everybody knows everybody.
Oh, okay.
And it's unfortunately at this time in these days, kids that are playing sports, they're playing a year-round sport. So they pick a sport, and it's not like when we were growing up when you were growing up, where you had a season, you played 3 or 4 different sports every season, and every league was full because everybody was playing in that league. Now it's kids are playing year-round soccer, rugby, swimming, piano, whatever it is, and they're specializing in the sport, and they're not playing the rec sports as much.
Playing piano.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
So does the baseball league go on all year then?
No, not here. Although we had a travel program here because all the other sports were doing it. So if you wanted to play baseball all year, you could.
Okay.
But you can if you go and play at the boys' club or in Grapeland or any one of the other parks that have, year-round teams.
Well, congrats to the Wahoos.
The Yahoos.
The Yahoo Wahoos.
I have more weekend talk.
Oh.
On Thursday night, I went to Libertine, and I found some Miami underground culture. It started off with some poetry reading on the stage, and you were requested to wear black, so everybody was wearing black. But then after the dark poetry came roping.
What's roping?
Like people roping people.
Like bondage.
Bondage.
Oh.
They call it roping. I don't even know that was the term.
Again, shirts came off.
Don't
Shirts came
sugarcoat
off,
it.
ropes came out.
Was this at Gramps also?
No, this was at Libertine. And
On Saturday night?
yeah,
What
I feel like
Saturday
I
night
shouldn't
you
talk
guys
about it because
had?
it's underground,
Thursday.
but nobody's listening anyway.
Oh, that was Thursday?
That was Thursday. No one's listening, so I'll tell you about it. The coolest part was this one girl was naked, saran wrapped to a column at Libertine with this guy kind of whipping her lightly to the music. And I was so entertained. It was so cool. Okay. And there were 2 DJs and there was good music afterwards also. I should get their names probably to talk about them, but I really enjoyed myself. And there was some beautiful roping that I didn't even know you could really do it like that.
Was Maud Lebowski there?
No. I was like, Maud? Yeah, it was fun. It was cool. I've never seen that in Miami. I've seen it in New York at a place called The Box.
Cool.
Music Box. But not in Miami, and it was cool.
Oh, damn.
And no one's listening, so it's okay to talk about it, I guess.
All right, well, that's your weekend. It is Wednesday, June 8th, 2016. This is the No One's Listening show. It's around 6:50 p.m.
It's sweaty.
That means it was a long weekend talk. And
Some people just coming in on their business commutes now.
Yeah.
Maybe just tuning in.
Thanks for listening. You guys have any trivia for us? Anybody?
Oh.
All right, well, if you think of one, let us know. 305-361-8557 if you want to talk to us. That's the number to dial. But wait till we have something to talk about. Let's go real quick. What are you listening to? I'll go first. Listening to Velvet Underground's album Loaded. This is the one with Sweet Jane on it. Rock and roll. A couple other songs. Really good. Really good all the way through. Really like it. And so the song I like is called New Age. Rock and roll.
Wow. I've in the depths of YouTube, I found a great song, and it's Kool and the Gang, and it's Summer Madness. It's a great song. It's about 3 minutes long. Really good. Recommend it.
Yeah, that was on the Vice City soundtrack.
Do we have any Modest Mouse on the radio?
We
play?
have one song.
Okay, I'm going to recommend Modest Mouse, Ocean Breathes Salty. And that's it. I'd like to hear it on the radio.
It's a good song.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pick a Spanish rock song for Gman. It's Maná. You guys play Maná on the radio, right?
We don't.
No, we don't.
We don't.
I was talking to somebody about Maná, and we said it was like,
Cheesy.
no, it's the Spanish
I like it.
Dave Matthews Band.
Cheesy.
Everybody respects him, but now nobody
No.
wants to listen to him
They
anymore.
have nothing to do with Dave Matthews.
No, they-
But it's the
Comparable.
same. No,
vibe,
not the
same
sound.
vibe. You don't
the
want to listen
idea.
to them, but you respect them, but nobody wants to listen to them
It's
anymore.
somewhat cheesy, but it was really good at one point. And you still respect them because they are a big part of your life. Okay, that's what it is.
Wow,
Anyway.
it's like a critique version of
What's-
the.
what's
What are you
the song?
listening to?
What's the
Led
song?
by.
Jeez.
What's the song?
Tough crowd.
I'm gonna go with En el Muelle de San Blas.
I was about to say that.
It's a great tune. It's a water tune. It's about a woman who's, her husband goes out. He's like a merchant marine or something, or I don't know if he just splits town. But she goes out and waits for him, and she spends years waiting for him. And they call her La Loca de San Blas. So, it's a good tune, man. I would like to hear some Maná on the radio.
I like it too.
Yeah, I want to hear Two Step from Dave Matthews as well.
No.
GK?
What?
Wait,
You just
Anna?
skipped
you
over?
can't skip the lady. The lady should
I
go
thought you were
first
Maná.
from the
Never mind.
beginning. But
No, I am not Maná. I'm sorry, Manny. I'm gonna go on for a while here. So there's this song I heard. I'll give you the whole history. I heard it when we were playing the reverberation radio on the radio, and I thought it was us, but it wasn't. Usually, when I really like the song and I don't know what it is, I text Rafa, and he's like, "Yeah, it's reverberation." So I like them. Anyway, it's a group called Unloved, and the song is called "Guilty of Love." It's from 2015. And it's cool because then I started reading about it. These people in LA, Jade Vincent and Kifis Chancha, they started a thing called the Rotary Club, the Rotary Room in 2013. And just to play music, it's like a music salon, a bunch of people just hanging out playing music. And that's when they invited this guy called David Holmes to DJ. I guess he's like some sort of movie producer. They really liked his music, and they made an album together called Guilty of Love, and they released it last year.
nice.
How'd you find that?
It was the reverberation. I Shazammed it or asked Rafa or something. I don't know. But once I looked it up, I thought the story was interesting enough to mention on air. So
Reverberation is a
Guilty of Love.
podcast playlist that comes out once a week, made by the band.
Every Wednesday, actually. So
La La La's.
new one just came out today. Yeah.
And I download them and put them on the radio.
they're always good. Always, always, always.
Yeah,
So-
I've heard of
Maybe
that.
one song or two or not, but the
Yeah.
thing
No,
in general
it's
is awesome.
very, very good vibes.
Yeah. Okay, GK.
I have been listening to The Strokes put out a new like EP, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like a 4-song record, and they have one song called Drag Queen. That's it's not their typical Strokes fashion, but it's different and it's cool, and I like it. So that's what I'm listening to.
Nice. All right.
Before we move on from music talk, there's this app called Radium that my brother told me about because we were listening to something called Beat Basement. It's just like 90s, I guess 90s, mostly 90s hip hop, and it's been around for years and years and years, for more than 15 years. And so I downloaded Radium, and you could listen to radio stations from all over the world. If
101.1 FM?
No, if they broadcast online. And it's clear and it's immediate and it's awesome because you can make your own little folder of like your favorite things, and it's free. Radium. I recommend it.
But they have
Only-
to broadcast online, huh?
Yeah,
So
so
there's
not
radio
us.
stations that broadcast online?
No, but if we broadcast it online, we would be in that app
Yeah.
And why don't we do that?
because we're on a boat.
Good reason.
Okay, song. Wait, you did your song. All right, songs are done. Keep going. We're running low. Running 6:55 on this Wednesday, June 8th. 305-361-8557 if you want to talk to us. Let's get to the news. You can use Talk of the Town. Woo. The Calusa Park.
Enthusiasm is contagious.
The Calusa Park path. You know that little extension that goes, the little thing that goes from the 7-Eleven and goes to the Calusa Park?
Of course.
You know how they paved it, but only the
Paved
back
part of it.
Yeah. Well, they're finally paving the rest. It should finish by the end of July. They should have started already. It's going to go all the way to Calusa Park. Their big plan is to get it all the way to Crandon Park.
To the tennis center, actually.
Yeah, to the tennis center.
Oh.
Crandon Park Tennis Center.
Yeah.
Will they get it?
That's different.
Probably not.
It'd be nice to be able to go to Crandon Park. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
golf
when I saw that in the newspaper, I thought that's what they meant. The path that we would always go down as kids when you're already at Calusa and you go through into the mangroves. There's like a raised piece of land that goes way out, and I thought that was what they were talking about doing something with. But
Going
it turns
back
out-
into the Mangs?
yeah, like a nature trail. Well, I mean, you're saying it's going to go to the tennis center. How are they going to accomplish that?
They aren't. They want
okay.
to do
They
that.
have to cut mangroves.
Yeah,
so
no,
that's not
not
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
yeah, they would have to cut through the forest, and there's no way the Crandon Park people are going to let them.
Only Miami-Dade gets to do that, right, guys? Hey.
City of Miami. Hey,
So,
Miami, yeah, right.
but they will have it done where it goes all the way to the Calusa Playhouse paved. by the end of July. So that's something, I guess.
Yeah, I was back there yesterday, and they'd already set the pins for the path they're going to make. So
I think
it's something.
Maybe more
Did it
people.
stop raining?
Yeah, I think more people will use this.
Oh, here, it's okay.
Maybe Calusa Park if they have a path kind of makes it legitimate, so it makes more people like more willing to use it. Maybe not.
Yeah, I always feel a little bit sketched out when I go there.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
At
there's
night.
homeless guys back there. You know, who knows back there?
Yeah,
What's there to do there?
play tennis. That's what people do.
Right.
Or you can go into the old playhouse and, you know, play with the old creepy dolls in there. You know,
It'd be fun to have maybe like a bocce court out there or some corn toss boards. I mean,
That's gonna happen at the other place.
I don't think so.
No.
They shut that down.
Well, let me tell you something. I talked to Melissa about the Calusa Playhouse for a brief second, and she told me, "Hey, you want me to ask Bruce if the Calusa Club can restore the Calusa Playhouse?"
Yeah, well, we'll knock that out. One weekend.
And she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to email him right now and ask him." And I don't think he said yes.
who's
Bruce Matheson.
Oh,
It's gotta
Bruce.
be.
Oh, Bruce.
Yeah, but she put in the word like, "Hey, these guys are willing to."
But is
put
there
in the
even
wood and then make
is
this
there a structure there? Is there even
Yeah,
a
the
house
structure's
still there?
Yeah.
It's barely, you know, it's the remnants of the
Sure,
fire
for
of
termites.
'97.
I bet if we
Was it
If
97?
we were really
Or you
gung
just
ho
make
about
that
it,
up?
we could
I
get
made it up, but it was
Oh,
in the
okay.
'90s.
Trivia question.
Then that could be our
You know what? And you can
Our
broadcast
speakeasy.
rat radio from there.
Yeah, we could do everything there.
That
could be the
is a
Calusa
great idea.
Clubhouse.
That could be.
It's
Now
right
you
next
guys
to the
see the-
electricity station, so we could just hook right in, you know? We don't have to pay.
Gee, man. No one's going to put tools on your mixing board there.
Right, yeah. Oh, hey.
All right.
Jimmy, we're sorry.
Family drama,
Whoa, G-Man with the shout out.
right? We weren't going to say anything.
But don't put tools on the mixer next time.
Yeah, seriously though. Seriously.
We're sorry. But don't do it.
Seriously though.
Don't touch that mixer.
Yeah.
All right.
So any of you guys gonna run for council this year?
Manny?
Actually, I think I am.
Wow.
Not.
Are you announcing right now? Is that happening?
Oh man.
Let me finish my sentence.
do the
I
interview.
am not going to ever do that.
Manny.
How many kids are you gonna help?
Why would I do that?
They should break the key down into districts, and then you need a representative from each district.
GD?
And then you could be the garden district
Well,
representative.
actually, Michelle Recall talked about that, and then at the end he said he wasn't going to do
I don't know
it.
who's going to represent Midside, but maybe.
Okay.
Brad Newsom, if you're listening, Brad Newsom is the one that needs to put his foot forward, I think.
So even if you were gonna run for council, you got to turn in your little package, your paperwork.
Your package.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus.
The one girl on the show.
For mayor, it would be on June 24th, and for council, it's on August 25th. For council, there's 2 seats, maybe 3, depending on who decides to run or not run for other seats. Ed London might want to run for mayor. If he doesn't, then he'll run for re-election. But there's going to be 3
So
seats.
that would be one of the 3 seats?
Yeah,
Why, Ed's coming up?
Yeah, exactly. So he's coming up. Theo's out because he doesn't want to run again.
He wants to have children, is what he said in the paper.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's
He
everything.
said that
but-
on air too, and
I know,
he had
but
him as a guest.
Now he
Yeah.
said it in the paper, too. Does Alexa know that?
Hey, hey, Rob,
said
why
it in
don't you
paper?
run for council?
I don't run for council because I got to. They wouldn't. It just
Look,
wouldn't work out.
You know, you'd pass a torch for the 4th of July committee, and then you could, be a council
Yeah,
member.
you go to the meetings anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
you might as well.
Right?
You might,
Now you actually-
that's the
now
only
you
reason I
actually
don't
have a
do
say.
You're
it.
the
Right.
young voice of Key Biscayne.
Right.
I don't
Seriously, Rafa, is it? Why don't you do it?
because I just can't do it, dude. I'm not the kind of guy to be a council politician. I'm just not. Because of how I talk, how I think
He's
about
anti-establishment.
He's not
basically.
American.
That too.
That's the.
but I could fix that.
That doesn't stop him from anything.
We
I
could
could
fix that real quick.
real quick.
Actually, this might be a great council to be part of. This next one, it might be like your window to be in one that your voice is going to be.
You could be like the Bernie Sanders of Key Biscayne, basically.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I got the same hair.
Feel the Rafa.
Yeah, feel the rough.
There's your show name.
So I'm not
right
going to
there.
do it, but if you did want to do it, yeah, it's coming up. And what's funny is I didn't know this. If more than 2 people run for mayor, there's a primary.
What?
For some reason, you can only have 2 people run for mayor under the rules. So if 3 people want to be mayor, there's a primary first.
To get the 2.
Then to get down to 2.
Because they want to get a majority.
When would that be? September or something?
Candidate,
I guess, yeah. They want a majority for mayor, yeah.
That would be earlier? That would be before the November 4th? Or no, that's after.
No, it would be before, which is strange because normally what you do is a runoff after, right? If nobody gets the majority, then you have a runoff vote.
And we could have a debate on Rat Radio.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that, Rafa? Why don't we organize a debate or a forum or for the folks that are running?
Yeah, maybe we could do that.
Invite people to come.
Yeah, and just not do it here. Do it somewhere else so that they can all show
Why not
up.
do it here?
Because we don't
Can
even
you
have
do it at the council chambers?
We'll put all these tools
Wouldn't
away.
they allow that to happen there because it's a political?
I don't know if they'll allow them to sit in the council chairs without being elected.
Well, you don't have to sit in the council chairs, but like a round table kind of thing.
But and we should also not maybe call it a debate. We should just call it a
friendly conversation.
Forum, a town hall meeting.
Town hall meeting.
Town hall meeting, and it's about here's a chance for you to get out there and discuss with each other. And the nice thing is that we actually want to see how these people interface with each other because they're not going one against the other. They're going to be working together.
Yeah.
Chances are that the people that are coming for the town hall are going to be together on the council.
Well, I went to some campaign events before last time this happened, and saw how they all kind of get a chance to talk. You know what they are? They're little cocktails where the candidates are there and you can talk to them, and then at some point
Multiple candidates or just one?
Multiple, and they're all anybody who wants to be there is there. But it's basically like. The one I went to was at Ocean Club, but they have them everywhere. And basically it's like meet the people at the Ocean Club or whatever. And
so we're going to have one for Rat Radio, okay? Do you mind if I'll take that one?
Start.
We're not going to start anything. We're going to plan it, and when the time is right, we're going to have it. We're going to schedule it, and we're going to do it.
Okay.
Are you up for that, G-Man?
Absolutely, if you organize it.
I'll organize it.
All right.
Is there food involved? JK.
There will absolutely be food and drink involved.
The
We'll take care
Rat
of the
Radio
whole-
debates.
No, town hall.
The Rat Radio.
Here we go. The no one's listening. The no one's listening. Raft up.
There you
Caught
go.
a raft up.
Okay.
All right. So we'll get people out here to raft up and
Right.
and actually we'll bring people from people can sit all around here
Right, get grilled.
like we've done before
Yeah.
And get grilled
Yeah.
from the town.
Really?
From
In
the village.
in a way that the Islander doesn't. Okay.
The village raft up.
Village draft.
So that's what's happening there with that. So if you
Posted
want
that
it,
already.
if you want to be mayor, you got till June 24th is at noon is the cutoff. If you want to be on the council, you got until August 25th. That's the cutoff. Go to your village hall and get your paperwork done. Traffic calming is coming to a bunch of streets, and by traffic calming, I mean those big speed bumps. Okay, let me read you some of the things going down. Master just got some. Galen, Sunrise are due for them. Apparently, they're budgeting for it, but they're not planned yet. Seaview, my street, apparently is going to have some.
So wait, when you say they're budgeting for it, that means it's for the next fiscal calendar, right? It's something that when does that start?
Yeah,
is that July 1st or is that January 1st?
This is October is when budgeting happens.
Okay, all right.
Woodcrest just got some on the 700 block. Now they're thinking about the 200 block. Island Drive will get one right there by Knollwood. And then the most interesting one that I saw here, starting July 5th, the intersection at Fernwood and Heather, right there at the Village Green, they're going to lift the whole thing.
Wow, that's going to be one big tabletop.
Exactly. It's going to be like a three-way.
It doesn't make sense.
It's talk about it. Why not?
I mean, like the space in between already at that intersection is already small. The majority of the traffic there is usually golf carts. Why are they going to lift up the whole thing?
I have no idea.
That's a huge waste of money.
Yeah.
Huge waste of money. I don't know. I think
I'll
the
tell you
village
one
just has so
thing.
much money.
That stretch right there is the most precarious stretch on Key Biscayne because all the activity on the Village Green that's going on, all the practices, every afternoon, there are SUVs lined up and down, double parked on that street, and the the chance of, like a kid running out into the street there, getting into a car, chasing a ball, whatever it might be, and the blind spots that there are, and the tight quarters that a 2-lane road is, that's a dangerous area.
Well, you want to say something?
So today, I appreciate the fact of trying to slow down all traffic on the Key, but it does seem like a lot of the kids on the Key are like totally unaware of how traffic works. Because today I was driving down, this is not an unusual event, driving down Heather, and some kids didn't even look back, didn't look left, didn't look right, didn't look anything, and just like cut right out in the middle of the street on their razors or whatever, and like just took up the whole road totally.
Did you run them over?
No, I was just sitting. I was sitting behind them. Like, are these guys gonna give way? They just didn't seem to be aware. And I appreciate the fact of trying to keep the kids safe and everything, but maybe raise a little awareness on these kids running out in streets all the time.
What I'm getting at is to not let people double park there. The moms line up in the SUVs waiting for their kid to finish practice for 15, 20 minutes, and they're getting out of their cars and they're talking. There should not be any double parking there.
Okay, what I will say is that in that stretch between the rec center and the church parking lot, okay, on Fernwood. Yeah. That's the slowest part of the island. Yeah. What do we need anything there for? That intersection, yeah, it gets jumbled because the people coming from Heather have their stop too far back for them to see who's coming on the other sides. I get that. But it's not like anybody's blowing through that intersection or doing anything.
You're right. Even the parked cars are parked.
Yeah, exactly. The double parking makes it even slower. Yeah. Everything's really slow there. I wonder what the logic was to raise that thing.
Who does the city planning, by the way, the road planning? Do we know?
I'm not sure. The traffic easing is part of a plan that they've had to like ease traffic on basically every street. So it's kind of a thing like that. But I don't know if it's building and zoning or who's in charge of that.
Doesn't make sense.
But also those brick humps or whatever you want to call them are just so bad in general because they go bad.
They fall apart.
You're right. And then they have to repay to do them all over again. They look nice, I guess, but
I think we all have our favorite ones and the ones we really hate, right?
Yeah.
There's one on Fernwood there by the playground,
by the rec center. Yeah, that one's nice and easy. But the other one on the other side, by what is it, the church over there, is just brutal. It's like
brutal. It's brutal.
And they're supposed to be the same speed bump. That just shows you how inconsistent those things are.
The circles are better, but
let's spend money on something else.
Maybe extending this conversation a little further, but talking about bad village decisions. My boss and also my former neighbor, I won't mention his name, but he left his bike outside unlocked, and he noticed a cop was sitting outside. A village police car was sitting outside, and he was eating dinner, and then he noticed, hey, what's going on? So he went outside to go see what's up. And then the cop handed him a citation for having an unlocked bicycle.
What?
Where was that?
That was on Redwood. That was my boss. Yeah.
No way.
Wait.
No,
that is residence?
I've seen the citation. I've seen it physically.
That exists?
Yeah. And also on the citation is too many newspapers or like
you go on vacation and you can't get
you have to make sure. I don't know. This must be a new thing because
that's ridiculous.
Can you get us like a screenshot of this thing?
Yeah, I'll ask him.
We'll black out his name or whatever.
Yeah.
Shame the officer.
And he's like, basically, what the hell?
Do you have to pay something?
No, but it's a citation only. It's not a ticket. But a citation could turn into a ticket. So maybe if he does it happens a second time, he could maybe get a ticket.
That's ridiculous. Who's the officer? We can name and shame him for sure.
Supposedly, it was one of the better looking women cops. I don't know her name, but yeah. So maybe he just took it. I don't know, without even
We will name shame her next week. That's ridiculous.
No, but it's not her fault. She's just following the rules.
But she was there the whole time, though. She should have told him, "Hey, you should lock it because it's a ridiculous citation." But I have to give it.
There was a third option on the citation. I don't remember at the moment, but next time when
20 push-ups, I think it was.
It was like unkept grass or one of these like another nonsense item, but. I think this should be an item for I don't know, the city
code enforcement.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't believe they're having the police doing this.
Yeah.
Just having a citation for having an unlocked bike is a little ridiculous.
I've never heard of that, guys, anywhere.
Yeah, so that's happening. So lock your bikes up and keep your newspapers in check.
All right.
Is this new? Hello. Is no one confused by this? Is this new?
I mean,
it
that
must be
sounds
brand new.
It sounds
To
like
me.
Locking your bike?
grass and newspapers
No,
all
grass
over
and
your
newspapers are
lawn
fine.
sounds like code enforcement.
Yeah, of course. That's normal. That sounds, although it sucks, it sounds normal.
Yeah. But an unlocked bike, that's a little...
I'd be surprised if that sticks, because all you have to do is everyone's half a degree of separation from the chief of police here or the
Well,
code
it's nothing to
enforcement.
stick. I mean, it's a
warning.
the intention of the whole thing is to like make bike thefts go down. Obviously, I agree with Rafa. and
Punishing the wrong
cops
person.
aren't the ones to handle that, but we live on an island where the cops aren't really handling murders and stuff like that, and they probably can be considered code enforcers in a regard. You know?
Punishing the wrong
But-
person.
Well, yeah, I think it's ridiculous too. But I mean, we're talking here about putting more speed bumps. So where do you draw the line for ridiculousness?
So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there.
All right.
So lock your bikes and
Lock your bikes,
lock those
guys.
bikes up
Go
or
buy a
put
lock.
them in your backyard or side yard or whatever you have.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Lock your bike in your own backyard.
All right. So you guys
captain-
were talking about spending money, and
On locks.
they shouldn't spend money on certain things and whatnot. And even though I think they should spend the money on this, the AstroTurf at the Village Green will cost about $1.3 million. The cooling system is about $500,000 of that. So they could get it without cooling, but they decided
You're gonna want
we're gonna
that
do it
cooling.
all- yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
want that cooling. It's worth every penny.
Yeah. So that's what it's going to cost. And I was hesitant to bring this up at first because it gives fodder for the people who are just like, everything costs too much. But at the same time, I wanted to compare it to that dog park cost. Because it's like only to put in AstroTurf, which is like completely flat and nothing.
Yeah, but you're acting like they're just going to clear it and roll over like a
apples
carpet
and
of
oranges.
AstroTurf. It's a thick
Well, that's
what it
sub
sounds
base.
like.
There's a drainage system involved. There's a cooling system, which is half of the cost. Probably involves running
It is.
pipes under the whole thing. I mean, I have no idea what AstroTurf costs, so I'm not going to speak to that number. But
So that's
it's
what's
a
going
pretty
to cost.
major project.
And they're going through with it. It was in the paper. There was a village notice. There's a meeting on the 28th, I think.
Is it organic turf?
I don't know what they're using,
okay.
but it's
Okay.
not the rubber. It's
You
not,
can
it's
be
not-
sure it's safe.
I don't know if it's safe.
It's the safest
Okay.
one.
That
I'm
came
sure
up
it's the most
the week
expensive
I
one.
was being
I'm sure that the
We
sure that-
actually talked about that a couple
It's only
weeks
the
ago.
best for these kids who don't know
Okay.
how to cross the street or
Right,
not
right.
inhale pellets.
right.
So I just thought it was good to mention for the people. It's still expensive, but for people to understand get some perspective on how much things cost when government has to do them and stuff like that. You know, it's
Yeah,
like to
and-
do things right and to do things.
I'm sure that the vendor provided the information of what it would cost to not have it. So wait a second. Okay, you just spent $350,000 on something that didn't work, and now you have to spend another $500,000 to fix that and hire somebody. Hire 2 people for 3 people for $100,000. Part time or whatever. And it's going to last for this long, and you're going to have to spend another
You're talking about regular
$100,000
grass.
with regular grass versus a big investment now. Do it right. Get the latest of whatever there is, and your problem solved. So it sounds like it was a no-brainer for the council. I mean, they went through it pretty quick because this was brought up not too long ago, and it got shot down. But this time it seemed to go through pretty quickly, and it's only because of the fiasco that there was
with the grass.
with the grass.
It was a no-brainer now, and it's a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer in the past, really.
So I still haven't gotten an answer on what it takes to actually get. An answer on what part of the Village Green actually gets covered. I don't know.
Yeah,
if they're
actually,
gonna do the
I
whole
asked
thing.
about that today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I asked actually for a picture, but it's-
diagram or something.
Yeah,
right?
diagram, but I didn't get that. I'll keep working on that. But it's going to be the playing field area.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so just the playing field area on both the north and south ends.
Okay,
So that's pretty easy to define. You can
Yeah.
figure what that is.
I like it.
It'd be nice if they did a nice, like edge around it, or a continuation, or a break and then a
yeah.
continuation to the grass. And then the new dog park's going to have AstroTurf too.
Yeah.
So it's all going to match perfectly.
So the dogs pee on the AstroTurf?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
And
it
it
works.
sucks it up? Yeah.
Yeah, it goes right through it.
There's every night there's a little leprechaun that comes out and cleans off everything
How
and
about the
hoses it
food?
all off. He's
Somebody
expensive. That was the problem. That's what cost so much. The little leprechauns.
It's magic.
What happens with poop on AstroTurf?
What poop?
You clean it
You
just
pick
like
it
any
up.
other surface.
Yeah, it's actually easier because you see it.
Okay.
It's not hidden in some tall
Most likely
grass.
Somebody will probably wash it off or something. Somebody that's
The
taking
leprechaun.
care of all this.
Yeah, little
AstroTurf.
leprechauns.
Maybe the police, they hire them for that now, too.
Oh.
So talking about the dog park, I mean, the big news after talking about this for goddamn ages on this stupid show. I mean, stupid topic.
Stupid topic. It's not a stupid show.
No, the show's awesome. Is that Susan Jock did not file the petition on Monday.
Because she
And
didn't
so
get
the-
enough signatures, right?
Well, maybe she didn't get enough signatures. Who knows?
For
But
whatever reason.
That's it. All this stuff we've been talking about, the referendum's not going to happen. The dog park's here to stay. That's it. It's over. What do you guys have to
Thank
say?
God. Thank God because
Never talking about this
Beca-
again.
because the last thing I saw was on her golf cart. She had a picture of 2 German shepherds, fucking
No way.
No.
on her golf cart.
No, she did not.
I,
Not in the
I
picture.
tell
I'm saying,
you,
guys.
as God is my witness, she had a picture of 2 German shepherds doing it doggy style.
In a dog park.
This is funny. It kind of reminds me of the presidential race that we're going through. It kind of reminds me of Donald Trump. A little bit of a comparison there.
Yeah.
So
Shock
for-
value.
Shock value. So for the future, guys, don't pay attention to whatever this crazy lady
Oh
does.
my God, that is
know.
ridiculous.
I know.
Think about it.
I need a picture of that.
I should have taken a
we
picture,
need a picture of that
I
too.
should have. I didn't take
Oh
one.
man, she probably took it off.
Should recreate that golf cart for the 4th of July parade.
Oh, that is it.
There.
There you
Three
go.
theme right there.
If we had the King Mango strut here,
Yeah, that.
Maybe our
That's what it
parade
would
will
be.
devolve into that eventually.
That's actually great. Great idea, guys.
Theme.
oh man, that is good.
Well, that's all the news you can use. You guys have any other news? Just news.
Just news.
Because then I got something else.
News.
Fire away.
All right. What are you eating at the Golden Hog?
Ooh.
That's what I want to know.
You know what? Let's ask our viewers on Periscope. What are you eating at the Golden Hog? Feel free to chime in as well.
We'll
How
read
about
it
you,
out
Rafa?
for you guys. I go to the Golden Hog every once in a while. I haven't been very often lately. But the one off menu thing I get is I go to the sandwiches and I get an egg salad sandwich with bacon.
Ooh.
And it's so good. You gotta tell them to get the bigger bread, not the baguette. They make them too skinny, so it makes your sandwich like this little tube. No good. They have a wider bread. You get that one. And just egg salad sandwich, bacon. Sometimes I put cheddar on top. Sometimes I don't feel like that overload. And it's really good. Highly recommend it. With a little oil and vinegar.
Wow, that's a good call too. Like at around 11 o'clock, 11:30.
Little
Are you
hunch.
talking about the pan ibérico?
Yes,
There we
exactly.
go.
Of
That's the name.
course, that's what Rafa gets.
That's the name.
Oh, it has a name.
It does.
Yeah, the
Oh,
bread.
so I thought you were going off the menu.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
no, that's just the bread.
Okay.
The bread is off
Oh,
the menu
pan
too.
ibérico.
You have to go
Right.
to the bread section, grab the loaf,
Take
take
it
it
over.
to the thing, and be like, "Make it with this bread, please." It's wider. It makes all your sandwiches better. And then just egg salad sandwich. It's not on
Wow.
the menu, but it's really good.
That tip alone right there is worth the trip out here today.
Right?
The right bread, because
Yeah.
you're right. If not, it's those.
If it's that they make the French bread, but they make it like too
Very
thin.
thin,
It's
I
like
agree.
it's not wide enough.
I go to the Golden Hog every other day or every day.
Wow.
I'm with Jonathan. I go a lot.
I'm fortunate
Too much
enough
money.
that I have them in our building, in our complex at Key Colony, and they just opened up and they've done a great job. So I usually go there for coffee, muffins, croissants. Every once in a while, I get a sandwich. Don't do the hot plates, but it makes it a lot easier and it's very convenient, and that's what I do.
in Key Colony, do they have the buffet style?
Yeah.
They don't have all the variety. They don't have a salad bar.
They have one soup out of the 3.
So you're saying don't do that hot plate?
No, do it. I don't do the hot plate.
Okay,
either.
okay.
I like
I
it.
just go for the sandwich.
Because typically their food, their hot plates at the
I go to the hot plates.
Really good.
7-Eleven they're delicious. I try to stay away from it because it's just so heavy. At that time of day.
Is it heavy?
Whatever you're going to do there, it's going to be... Well, I'm talking about the hot plates. If you do a big lunch, I don't know about you, but if I have a big lunch at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, I'm snoozing. So I go to the salad area, to the ready-made salads, not the salad bar, but like the quinoa salads, the tuna salads that are there, the kale salads.
Did you notice how they moved them from the hot plate area to now behind the showcase or not the showcase?
The display there.
The display.
Yeah. So I'll get a couple of containers of those.
The chicken salad is good.
And I'm going to pair it with the pan ibérico.
Ooh.
So.
Well, they've done a great job in general with Key Biscayne, Key Colony. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They've done a great job in general.
I personally like to sample a bit of everything with those little plastic cups that they put out. I'm the one trying all 3 soups.
Did you go like you were getting the Islander for free? You were just like, oh, this is for free too,
And then I not only try the soup, I also sometimes put a little bit of pasta in there.
Nice.
And
really?
I spend some time walking around the buffet.
They don't weigh the soup?
Come to find out, my father does the same thing. He told me, and I'm like, ah! So they must know we're related because I try everything. I get full and then I leave.
Oh, that's
I'm joking. I also buy stuff.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to stuff a whole meal in my soup.
Your soup cup. No, the little plastic
Some
cups.
ribs in there.
And they put some bread out there for the people who buy the soup. You just grab a piece of bread. I go there enough that I am allowed to do that. I eat there
You
all the
probably
time.
tell people to go there too, so they owe you.
They owe me. Of the hot food, my favorite is when they do salmon and I get the wild rice, and it's so good. I also like that they have their avocados there because it's so hard to find an avocado that's ready when
You buy
Dixie or
produce
somewhere
there?
else. Well, I buy the avocado. The avocados are always in the perfect shape for you to eat it that day or the next morning.
They're right.
Have you
Is
looked
what
at
you're
your
saying.
receipt and realized
$6 avocados.
Guys,
how much they are?
When you want a freaking avocado and you go to Winn-Dixie and they're rock hard and you have to wait a week for you to eat the avocado, you pay the $2.
I don't understand why you keep not buying produce at the farmer's market on the Key.
I do on Saturdays.
Yeah.
I do.
Great avocados there.
I do go there.
Okay.
I went there last week.
I guess they don't have the avocado on demand when you need
They
it.
don't, not on the daily.
I want my avocado
but, but not just buying a full avocado for that full price that we just spoke about. But the avocado from avocado from the salad bar. You buy like a quarter of avocado.
So for all these
not that
Key Biscayne
much.
listeners that own businesses, careful with Anna.
Right.
She comes around.
She'll come in and just get a sample.
Yeah, she'll get samples.
And then before it, she's got, before you know it, she's got $100 bill racked up.
There are
And
tricks.
you haven't
There
seen her
are
in
tricks.
2 weeks.
Buy the avocado from the salad bar, the ready-made or whatever.
And she's parked out front, like with her hazards blue.
Right.
Because she couldn't find a spot, Just kidding. So at the Golden Hog, I'll either get the Don Miguelito.
Oh, that's such
You
a
guys
good
know about
sandwich.
that one?
That's such a good
Miguelito's a
sandwich.
great
It's
sandwich.
pretty satisfying. That's named after the guy who's, I guess, managing Island or the court or whatever it's called now. Right, kitty corner to that.
Island Athletics. Yeah.
Island Athletics still. Or just a tuna sandwich on Italian with sun-dried tomatoes. Those are really good there.
Ooh, I've never had that.
But I never eat there. It's too expensive. It's like $12
really
for a
expensive.
sandwich. Gannon goes
it
to
is.
Subway
It is.
and deals with the crappy quality.
No.
And it's quicker at Subway. Subway is like in and out.
Sometimes you got to spoil yourself again.
Oh, I do every once in a while. I'm just saying, you guys are
Treat
like
yourself.
you guys are like daily customers. of
Yeah,
this
you have
place.
to spoil yourself.
I'm a daily
it's amazing to
I'm
me.
a daily
Coffee and
sampler.
muffins, by the way. No,
And that's probably like $12.
no, it's
I'm a
$3.
daily sampler,
Yeah,
Gannon.
right. Yeah, right.
That's what you gotta do.
$3.
Oh, and they
for the
also,
coffee, by the way.
guys, they also cut up little pieces of cake by where they make coffee. So after you sample the soups and the pasta, you walk over and get a little piece of cake.
Oh, Anna. Oh, Anna.
Get
The
that
continental,
Swedish.
the continental lunch.
Swindle tips over here.
Yeah.
101 over there.
Yeah, being very frugal over here.
I used to do the same at Whole Foods in New Orleans, except they had beer and wine too, and a live band. It was awesome.
Nice.
When I was broke, college.
Swindle
I used to frequent the Golden Hog pretty often, but nowadays I don't really go as often. But when I do go, they have this brisket every once in a while that's really good, and I'll get that. It's like very, very delicious. But
So
it's
would
also
you ever pick up food there at the end of the day for dinner? Like I need to bring something home for dinner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, there's two things about it. So Number one, you always get more food than you think when you're buying from the trays. You know, the pre-prepared
Or
food.
buying soup, right, Anna? I mean, when you're buying soup, you might.
Well,
Buying.
those are by cup, but the other ones are by weight. So it's like you're grabbing into these containers, and you always grab more than you need.
That's
so
for
you
sure.
you're like filling the thing, and then you go to the checkout, and it's like $16, and you're like, oh man, it's so expensive. And then you get home, and you realize you have like a plate and a
Comiendo
half.
con los ojos.
You have like a
Yeah.
plate and a half of food. So it's really like $11 if you do it right. Especially if you get some bread, because bread's cheap and it's filling. So that's what my recommendation
What
to you
time are
is
they
to
open
watch
till
out.
there?
8 p.m. and
They
6
are.
p.m. on
Yeah,
Sundays.
so that's a whole. I haven't tapped into the dinner thing there.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I mean, I go for lunch.
Good go-to place.
Yeah.
What do you get there, Manny?
Well, I told you I go
Oh,
to
you
the
did?
display
yeah.
and I get the salads like the quinoa
that's
or
right,
the
you
tuna
told me.
salad.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's what you're eating on the key. Golden Hog Edition.
What about for next week? What are we eating?
The truffle cheese samples are also really good. I just had to throw that in there. Sorry.
Next week should be the Key Biscayne Beach Club.
Oh,
I like that.
it.
Wait, shout out to Sam, the cheese girl. She's so cool. Have you guys talked to her
Where?
at the Golden Hog?
No.
Her name's Sam, and she's adorable.
She's the only one you have to talk to get a sample, right?
She's just
The-
so
the
cool.
rest of the samples
Shout
are just out there.
I love her. Sorry, okay, keep going. Yes, Beach Club next week. I'm down.
All right, KB calendar. What's going on the key, or things you think might be interesting to people listening?
There's the Rendezvous, the Bimini Rendezvous Yacht Club, Bimini Rendezvous this weekend. So hopefully this weather will
Subside.
hold off. Yeah, I mean, people are just going. They're, right today they were, I don't know, the weather. They had a bad experience there a few years ago, and so people are a little gun shy. But I think we're gonna do it. That's this weekend.
Last time I was in the Bahamas, I had to stay a day extra because of the weather.
Yeah, the way back is not gonna be a problem. It's just basically tomorrow and the
That'll
next
be
day.
good. I'll be laid down. It's like a west wind.
It's a west wind, so it's just a matter of staying out of the storms.
Cool. Any calendar?
got
Apparently-
the
The
July
Frisbee
coming up.
final on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned it before, but Saturday, 6 p.m., St. Agnes Field, the first time the tournament's played there in
At St. Agnes
at
Field?
least 4 years.
Wow,
hear that?
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we used to play guerrilla style. We used to have to jump between
Right.
fields.
So you
'cause we didn't
have
a lot of field
permission
space.
there?
We got legit field space.
How'd you do that?
Because we're
Calling?
the best
Grease
sports
the wheels,
organization
man.
on Cuba.
Grease the wheels.
Don't roll your eyes. How'd you do it?
Because we're the best sports organization on Cuba.
Maybe you have
Who-
maybe you have
who
to buy a couple of Golden Hog sandwiches for some people, but you make it happen.
It's
Who
a soft-
recognized?
it's that
Who
soft
recognized
touch.
that? Who recognized that you're the best sports
It's
organization
just
on the
that
key?
soft touch, man. That's all I can say.
All right, good.
We're playing out there at 6, and yeah, the grass is immaculate. We got Revolver taking on Miami Tropics. Should be an awesome game.
Is that a 2 out of 3?
World Series,
Yep.
actually.
What is it? To 21?
No way. We're playing up to 13, I think. Right, Grant? That's what was agreed upon.
Yep, 13.
Who's on those teams?
Didn't it used to
Grant
be
is
the
the
21?
captain of Revolver.
Right.
And Derek Weaver's on his team.
Right.
But he's gone to
Classic.
Europe. Classically gone.
So was there a Derek Weaver replacement?
Yeah, it was actually my brother, just the captain. Yeah, he plays. He's now Jess 2.0, as we call him.
yeah.
Jesse Craig, as in Jenny
I
Craig.
like that, by the way.
He's super slim and he's throwing discs and he's running and he's
Played
he's
really
doing
well,
great.
What's Jesse
he's
Craig?
good.
What's this Craig? Where does Craig come from?
That's like Jenny Craig, like
oh,
the
Jesse Craig.
yeah, like the diet program. Gannon came up with that.
And the
He gets
great
credit
thing
for
is
one.
that Lynn can just go and cheer for one team.
Right, exactly. Now she doesn't have to pick, so it works for everybody.
Jesse Craig.
I got a message from a listener who
Hey.
wanted to say that before, when you're doing the recap, you said that Juan threw it to Brad, but he actually threw it to Eric Lang.
Oh, what he did?
No,
say
he
that.
said Lang.
Yeah,
Juan?
we did.
No, he said
No, he said Brad threw it to Lang.
Right for the winning score.
Yeah. Brad got the disc. It was 12-12, tied, overtime. And Brad got the disc. He was on the end zone near the basin. And he found Eric Lang, who was open. Eric wasn't even running; he was like standing there,
Right.
And he was wide open. It boom hit Eric in the chest, and he like fumble-rooskied it, slid down to the ground.
So it was a turnover right at the goal line.
Yeah, at the goal
in the
line.
red zone.
And I think this is the part I don't know. I think Grant is the one who grabbed it, probably because it got thrown like 3/4 of the way down the field.
Right.
To Alex, who caught it over
Juan.
Right. That's what was so amazing, because Alex is usually pretty timid, but he was fired up, and it was an amazing
So,
catch.
Grant, what happened to you guys when you got to that point and you made a turnover right on the goal line?
Yeah, we were just
somebody found redemption.
Right. We just had everybody. We had just played a game before, so and the humidity was about 95%. So everybody was
Plus, you had to sit for an hour.
Right. So everybody was like zombified. But we drove down, and Alex made that amazing catch. And
No, but what happened before that?
Oh,
when Brad picked up the disc at the goal line and tossed it to Eric.
Oh, before
how'd you guys
that?
get to that point?
No. This is a drive on the part of Kool Whip.
Right.
That came all the way from the other side of the field. They made it as far as the goal line.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
Eric was in the end zone, ready to catch it. He got thrown it. He dropped it.
Right.
It turned over, and within 20 seconds, these guys had won the game.
Right. I understood difference.
It happened like that, and it was heartbreaking.
Right.
Well, the
cheers turned to tears real quick.
message from the listener
that's
said
cute.
Juan threw it to Brad. No, Juan threw it to Lang, not to Brad. That's all it said.
Who's this listener?
I think the listener just got
Juan threw it to Lang, not to Brad. That doesn't make any sense.
Who is the
we didn't say
listener?
anything to contradict that.
Nick.
It was definitely a Brad to Lang throw.
Right. It was absolutely
It was
Brad
100% because afterwards it was apparent.
Nick is a very intense watcher /
But wait,
fan
was
of
Nick in the
frisbee.
game or was he sucking beers?
I don't think he's wrong. I think he's just thinking of a different play or something, because it was definitely Brad to Lang that the drop happened.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love how into it Nick gets. He cheers on like a crazy fan. I like it.
Nick, this is Griff. It's all a conspiracy theory.
All right. Also,
there's been rumblings of that in the email, by the way, of doctoring of the schedule to benefits.
A lot of drama.
So there's this email. I've talked to you guys about it before, that Gman, the commissioner of the Frisbee, sends out a recap every week. And this week, I'm going to guess that this guy that replied was from one of the teams that had to
he's
play
he's on the team that was forced to play
Bulls
back
on
to
Parade.
back.
Who was
Correct.
it? Who was it? You can
Okay.
say the names because an email is public knowledge.
Okay, it was Alex Archie. So he writes back, like, how come? So 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, when they had the playoff thing, one of these teams that lost had a second chance to keep playing by playing a game right after they lost, right? And they complained, like, oh my God, we don't even have a break, and the other team hasn't played. Okay. So this time, when the losing team was going to play again, they scheduled the games so that
There was a break.
So there was a break. And
break.
Yeah, a longer break. So this team member from the first time that felt that he didn't get enough of a break wrote, like, how come you push the games back, whatever. And I get the emails, and I just want to write back, it's so the commissioner doesn't have to listen to you crybabies on the field, you know? He was just saving his own ass. He doesn't care about the team getting extra time. He just cares about not being hassled by guys like you. But I didn't write that.
Who was the crybaby?
Don't worry about it.
Alex something? Alex, which Alex?
Yeah, we'll just say an Alex. And
Archie?
Alex.
That's
Whatever.
who you
It's
guys are
all
saying.
it's all in, tongue in cheek,
People
whatever.
like
That's how it
people win,
was.
people lose, and sometimes when people lose, they get a little salty. So
And when I get like complaints like that, I'm on the fence between just like not saying anything and then or trying to explain it, which I did. I was like, this is pretty clear to everybody, but let me just explain it, just so people feel like there's a reason for everything. But I think it's pretty clear. I mean,
So you don't bother me.
yeah.
Okay.
But Rafa, because we do the whole 4th of July thing, and I'm sure people tell you like this is the way it should be done, and that's
Right.
the way, And there's always like sometimes like a kernel of truth sometimes in people who are critics of you, even though
Rafa,
they don't approach
the
it very
bunting
well.
shouldn't be so high on the stage. The bunting should be lower so the children can see it.
Yeah.
People are always going to criticize.
If you put it
whatever you
high,
do.
then people can see what's under the
Right.
truck.
But I think it's important to like take away from that criticism, not just be offended and be like, all right, maybe next year we do, make a tweak or whatever.
Gman, I think you do a great job of
thank
making
you.
it collaborative as much as you can.
I'm going to be clapping today, but this one deserves a good
because
clap.
everyone's going to have an opinion. So if you really open the door,
Well, that's what I'm saying. The main thing is to not be offended by people criticizing the way you do stuff.
I've listened
And
to
at
your
the
input and
same
I've made
time-
my decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Stick to that, G-Man. Don't
talking
change your
about
way.
the fourth.
And it's frisbee.
Yeah.
Talking about the.
By the way,
fourth-
were there any extra frisbees?
I don't like your light tone. It is frisbee. It is frisbee.
That's right. Well, this Saturday is going to be serious. But the two best teams made it to the finals, in my opinion, and it's going to be sportsmanship to the max. I'm sure, as always. So it's going to be awesome. But yes, I think we can get you a frisbee
All
because
right,
a lot of
I
these,
was going to
a lot
ask
of
if you
these
won a
guys,
frisbee when you
including-
won
I
the
didn't win
tournament.
a lot of these guys, including some of the loudest critics, are probably not going to collect on their frisbee.
Right.
So we'll have a few left.
Maybe
They're
toss them
they're
out at
Calusa
the
Club
fourth
property at this
parade.
point. So
Who wanted one that just couldn't get their hands on one? Was it you, Manny?
you gotta play, man.
I mean, I'm
You gotta-
not trying to get my hand on it. I'm just
You gotta
know,
dust
asking.
No, you
those
were.
cleats.
It was a couple episodes ago. You were when I hosted.
All right, that's enough frisbee talk.
All right. Also on the calendar, the 4th of July parade's coming up. You can sign up for being in the parade. It's free, unless you're a politician, at kb4.org/sign up. Altogether, one word. Sign up. Get registered. Get out there. kb4.org/sign up. You know, we're making a float. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be Susan Jock's poop card. Jock poop.
I would love to do
That would be awesome.
There's prizes this year for best homemade float. I think there's prize. I don't even remember what I do anymore at this committee. There's a prize for best golf cart. I think there is.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's a prize for best golf cart.
Susan, that's
So-
calling
to,
your name.
to make the barrier to entry lower.
I have a question, 4th of July Parade Committee President. I know there was one year when a golf cart won the greatest float award.
Yes.
So can a golf cart win the golf cart category and the overall best?
Yes.
Can? Okay.
Yes, definitely. Like that's what
Who are the judges?
we don't have them yet.
Mike O'Brien.
How does that work?
The owner of Pride and Joy.
Yeah.
And that other guy who gave everybody zeros.
That guy. Oh, yeah, it was that guy.
Oh man, I'd like to get Mike O'Brien as a judge. I think I'm
would be
going to
funny.
try and get him.
And this year's the first year that Austin is the
MC by himself.
So that's
Yeah.
exciting.
All by himself.
The pressure he must be feeling.
I'm excited for that one.
It's real.
And Austin does a bunch for the committee. Like you guys don't even know.
Good.
It's impressive that he took on that role. I've never said that before, but that's a
exciting.
30-year commitment right there.
Oh, and we need an Uncle Sam. So if anybody wants to be Uncle Sam in the parade,
Glenn.
Glenn.
Glenn would be a good one. He's
Why
got
does
that
Uncle
tall-
Sam stink of rum, mommy?
By the way, when are we getting the shirts?
Right before we have to start selling them.
Because I'm going to be posted at Winn-Dixie with a great group of people from the committee.
Me too.
Selling the shirts.
Yes.
So please support the 4th of July.
Are you guys doing the safari hats still, or is that?
No.
Yeah,
The
no,
pith helmets?
We're getting them for ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
So when are we going to sell the shirts? They're going to start on the weekend of the Saturday the 18th and 19th, Saturday the 25th and 26th, and Saturday the 2nd and 3rd.
I bought my
So-
shirt from Jonathan last year.
Put that in your calendar.
Exactly.
For
the
sure.
Winn-Dixie.
I'll buy one. I bought one for Monica, I think, last year. I wasn't here. I won't be here this year either, but I'm going to get a shirt.
Awesome.
And I will wear it on the 4th of July. Calendar, the Portela tournament on the
right,
18th.
Right.
Oh, that's
It's a
exciting.
super fun
Coming up.
tournament.
George
And then the
Portela.
big party at the end at the beach club with live bait. That's top 5 Key Biscayne parties every year. So put that in your calendar.
I called Stefano's before coming on the show and asked when they're going to open the bar. I was following up.
Wow.
They
you
said,
have a phone
no,
number
they-
and everything there?
I Googled it and I called.
And
I
they-
called Stefano's
okay.
the
liquor store.
Yeah, they said not this weekend, but next weekend that they're opening.
They've been saying that for weeks.
And
What,
I said, is there a party? Do you have a date so I can announce it? And he said the owner's working on it.
is there? What's the name of that place?
Stefano's.
It's going to be called Stefano's
Bar?
also?
No, I don't know.
Stefano's
I don't
Lounge?
know. I just made that up.
Keyhole Part 2.
Yeah.
Keyhole the second. I don't know.
I don't know if it's
All right.
if the music inside is anything like the music they play at Stefano's when they're
I'm not
having a
going.
good time. Air quotes.
I'm starting to get a little concerned about this
yikes.
whole place because it just doesn't seem to be coming together.
We'll do a review
And they're changing
soon.
the rules and they're changing the inside and they're whether
They don't have the opening anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know. So
You know, it's tough to open a bar.
Just don't put any locks on the bathrooms.
It's easy to open. It's hard to keep it open.
Yeah, that too. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Got to restore that Calusa Playhouse.
We're ready to sign off here, huh?
over there.
Okay, well, that's the show. Thank you for listening. Go to Facebook, Rat Radio. Go to ratradio.net. You know, you can download this show.
Follow the Calusa Club while you're at it. We got a Facebook page, too.
Yeah, the Calusa Club. Actually, somebody told me that we should set up a quick website with a mailing list because some people don't even check Facebook.
They want a newsletter?
You know, and just send them updates through email because then they'll see them, which wouldn't be a bad idea.
Maybe in the fall.
Yeah.
But after summer.
Well, the Calusa Club will get its own, and then we'll do something else. You know, Rat Radio, newsletter, or something. That's the show. Good.
Bye.
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 Yes.
Goodbye.
Good
See you
night.
next week.
Bye. Thank
Good
you.
morrow.
All right. See you. Keep
Bye.